Hi there, I'm Brian Little and you're watching the Villa View, and it's a fantastic thing to do, so continue do it, and up the Villa lads, all the best.
Aston Villa v Wigan in the Carabao Cup. Steve Bruce left most of his first team stars at home and Villa have gone on to win 4-1. Matt Lynch has decided to give himself the night off as well. Let's hear what the fans think. Bit of a free hit tonight, obviously. We didn't really know what to expect tonight. How good was it to see all the young kids playing and see Villa score 4 goals again?
Oh, it was great to see all the youngsters play. Never seen them all before. I was really hoping to see O'Hare took off. He had a quiet game, but Dole Hayes, is it?
Yeah.
Played really well. If Hogan didn't get his 2 goals, I think he would have been definitely man of the match. But I'm happy with it. Got the performance done, but we knew we got a bigger fish to fry on Friday.
It's very rare they get to come down to the Villa these days. So when I come down and I see 4 goals scored, then I can't have any complaints really. A few players that I'd say, Bjarson, I love him because he puts a lot of hard work in, but there's just something about him that's not there. I don't know if it's technicality or his speed. I just don't know if he's not there, so I don't know if he's going to work his way into the first team. But he had a good game and I'm glad he got a goal today.
Brilliant,
yeah.
Absolutely amazing, totally refreshing. And I think the penny might have dropped with Bruce. He's just got to let these players play. I keep saying it, let them play, and that's what he's done in the last couple of games. And makes all the difference, doesn't it? To come here and be entertained, see 4 goals. It's all good.
It was great seeing all the youngsters and Hogan playing well, Hogan getting into positions, and yeah, the midfield was ran well by the youngsters as well.
Well, it's great to see a lot of goals, because last season we were struggling with that without Codger, but he didn't play tonight, so I think we did quite well without him.
To come to Villa Park twice in a few days and see 8 goals, can't be more happy, can't you? The kids today, people are saying, oh, O'Hare was this, but all of them proved their worth. It's on the ball, and especially off the ball. The movement off the ball from the young kids is absolutely brilliant. I've never seen anything like it. If you can throw these kids in like this tonight, especially a team that's top of League One, has had a really good start to the season, I'd throw them in a couple of more times and coming off the bench into a few games.
What did you think of Adoma's celebration? His headstand, a bit funny?
I didn't see it. I saw the roly-poly though. Yeah.
Did you enjoy his goal? I think it was a good goal.
Yeah, it was a good goal. And Hogan's second goal was really good when he... Yeah.
Villa ball boy, on. How would you rate your ball boying display out of 10 tonight, first off?
11.
How impressed were you with Villa tonight? How impressed were you with the young kids?
We've done really well, because for playing a reserve side, we've done really well to keep the ball out and score a lot of goals. Got a lot of depth in the squad. If we get injured or anything, players can be thrown in there, can't they?
Yeah.
Like the youth lads.
Well, I think I enjoyed it the most. Burki Bernardson in the first half was a bit useful, but then he came in with a goal, and it was a good goal. Scott Hogan played amazing today. So did Adoma and Witchy Delette. I think they both played well, and it was good to see the youngsters play as well.
I think Hogan's 2 goals just told Bruce, I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. I've just gave you, if Davis is going to get injured, Hogan's going to be up there and he's going to take a chance. You feed Hogan, he's going to score. As simple as that.
Which one of the kids impressed you tonight?
O'Hare, I thought he's really good.
Yeah.
But collectively they're all good. I thought collectively they were really good. Can we call Jed Steer a kid?
To be honest, I can't remember how old he is, but he's a good keeper though.
Very good keeper. I wouldn't be surprised if he could be number 1 here.
Yeah.
Really, yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised.
That number 36, I forgot.
Callum O'Hare.
Yeah, he played it well. He kept passing the ball, getting in good positions and passing the ball, but today he should have scored.
I think Cal O'Hare actually, he had a bit of a quiet game, but he's got a good work ethic, and I think if we nurture him as a player and we don't let this whole hype of the whole Grealish thing that comes in, and we don't hype him up to be this big player that he might not turn out to be, and look after him, I think he could be a really, really good player for us.
Well, there's a lot of youngsters that Callum O'Hare, but I think Callum O'Hare played good, but yeah, I don't know any of the youngsters' names.
I can't remember his surname. I think it's Jake
Doyle Hayes.
Yeah.
Hayes, I think. Yeah.
I think he did excellent.
Yeah,
he got the ball. He stopped the ball from the defenders and everything. He really impressed me.
I know a lot of people will be saying it, but O'Hare looked good. He had a shot early in the game, close to going in, and I was hoping that he would score out of anyone, to be honest.
Mitchell Clark, I think it is. He was really good at left back and bombing up the wing.
Callum Ware was absolutely outstanding. He's off the ball movement. He's a young kid. He's got a lot of potential. I'd like to see him being thrown in there a bit more. When we went to Colchester a couple of weeks ago, he ran his socks off there.
What about Doma? Do you think he played himself into contention for Friday?
Doma definitely did. Yeah, I think he had a really, really good game. I rated Doma. He's got really good feet and he can put a cross in as well. So I really hope to see him on Friday.
But he's got a knack. I think he's one of those players who have got a knack of just. How many assists was it last year? He was top of
10, I think.
I mean, it's hard to criticise somebody when you're getting 10 assists in the way Steve Bruce sets up sides. It's hard to criticise him, but he was quite wasteful. But yeah, I would really like to see a bit of quality on those flanks, and I think, hopefully Snodgrass coming in, that'd be massive, because they got in really good areas tonight. For the first time, I've seen the Steve Bruce side have wide players get in really, really good areas.
It definitely shows we've got the depth. I mean, Steve Bruce is bringing in the youngsters, is working them hard, and they're showing that they can work as well. So the fact we've got players to work behind the first team that can play when we've got a lot of games like we have at the moment, and it's really nice to see actually. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I think my man of the matches today are Albert Adoma and Richie Delette. They both played absolutely superb, and they just can't describe them. I can describe them in one word: they played amazing today.
Richie Delette, Nutmeg King, and I think if he carries on like that, it'll be between him and Hutton for the right back spot.
Richie Delette, Adoma and Hogan, they played well, yeah.
I don't know where you sit with Scott Hogan. I think he's a really, really talented player that hasn't been utilised properly. How do you rate him?
Dan, exactly the same as that. And that's one criticism of Bruce of £15 million for a player who he's not really wanted to fit into our the formation of the way they play. I saw tonight O'Hare linked up really well with him. I think it was on the 60th minute. I remember a run that he does. He runs off the shoulder into the box, and O'Hare actually, it went to him. And yeah, I mean, if we can get the service to Hogan, he'll be a real good player for us. Real good player.
What about Delette as well? He's got 90 minutes under his belt today. Do you think he should be our first choice right back when he's fully fit?
Yes. I think you get romanticised with Bree, a 19-year-old lad coming from that Barnsley side. He's a good player and he will be a good player, but Delette he's a solid right back.
I'd rather have James Bree in there because I think he's younger and got more potential than Delette.
Adoma's been left in the lurch for the last couple of games, but it's nice to see him come on and get a couple of minutes after on his belt, and his goal was, I ain't seen him score many goals, but that was brilliant. He didn't even have to look. He could have done it with sunglasses on. That's how good his goal was. He was brilliant. But I just want to have a couple of things to say about the ref. God, if my 4-year-old nephew can see how bad the referee is, that says something. He must have been dropped on his head a couple of times at birth because he was bad.
I'm not sure your sunglasses line is going to catch on, but what about Scott Hogan? Obviously he got 2 goals. One of his was a very, very good goal as well. Do you think, if you were the manager on Friday, which one out of him and Davis would you pick?
No question, Davis all along. He's been really impressive when he come on against Brighton last season, and Saturday he's proved his worth. He's miles ahead of Scott Hogan, and it proves why certain players like Bumble shouldn't be in that starting lineup when you've got players like Kieran Davis absolutely smashing it like that.
After tonight, I'd say Hogan. I think he's more of a safe bet than Davis. Davis had a fantastic game against Norwich, but it's only the one game that he's played really well. So I'd definitely go safe for Hogan. But if you saw Davis, I wouldn't be complaining either.
Davis probably.
Yeah, he impressed you.
Yeah, he did play well in the last game when he played against Norwich and he smashed the crossbar. He was unlucky.
Keenan Davis definitely.
Yeah, he was a beast on Saturday, wasn't he?
Yeah, and then Hogan impacts up.
Davis, because Hogan's played tonight and he won't be fit for Friday. So if he plays Friday, very surprised.
Keenan Davis.
Yeah, you impressed you on Saturday.
Definitely.
Probably Davis. I think he's just our bully up, thug up front. I keep calling him, and I'm still going to keep calling him the thug up front because he brings the best out of the whole lot of them, and that's what we need to do. And then bring Hogan on. Yet again, he didn't play another 90 minutes. It was probably infuriate. It never does, but you probably infuriate you even more. But I definitely think he definitely goes on the bench for me, Hogan.
Depends what service you're going to get to Hogan. If you get the service to Hogan, I'm sorry, I would have Hogan. I really would. But who would you pick?
Probably Davis after Saturday, to be honest. I'm surprised how many have said Hogan.
Yeah, but I think people see it that if he gets a service, he'll score. It's easy because his performance is fresh in the mind for tonight, isn't he? yeah, I would say Hogan if we can get the service to him.
It's a tough question.
I would say Scott Hogan. Hogan, yeah.
Yeah. Why?
Because tonight, he played very well. I mean, his second goal was an absolutely amazing goal. He went there and then the goal was there. He just decided to turn around and bang, it went in. What an amazing goal.
Bit of a free hit tonight, really. I came in not really knowing what to expect and was actually quite excited when I saw the team sheet, because I want to see how the youngsters get on in a man's environment, in the first team football environment. Like Luke said, Callum O'Hare really stood out for me. What I like about him in the number 10 position is sometimes when you're a number 10 you can get sucked into the midfield, but Callum O'Hare doesn't. He gets right up close to the striker, and you can see by the times he's played with Scott Hogan's obviously scored 3 goals now, so I think it makes a difference to Scott Hogan having someone playing close to him as well. As I asked the questions in fan cams, I think Adoma's state to claim he's kind of been forgotten about a little bit, but I thought he had a good game on the flank. I thought Bjarnason toiled and worked hard all night, and in the end he got his reward. Not always got the best first touch, not always got the best end product, but I do think the goal will do him the world of good. It was quite a comfortable night, really. Even when Wigan scored, I think it was probably one of their only chances of the first half. It was never really any danger that Villa were gonna let this one go, and obviously Hogan scored pretty quickly afterwards to make it 3-1. Again, the goals will do Hogan the world of good. His first ones at Villa Park, so that's very pleasing to see. I just wanted to do a bit of a special mention to Elphick and Gardner, because it doesn't look like they've got a future at the club, particularly by looking at the squad numbers they've been given and the transfer rumours that we're hearing. But they came in tonight and they managed the kids through the game. Elphick in particular, and obviously Gardner had a young midfielder alongside him as well. I think they really helped the kids and made it easier for them tonight, so I think they deserve special praise. Perhaps putting themselves in the shop window, but I do think they deserve credit for coming in and playing for Villa tonight. Not a great attendance at Villa Park tonight, only 18,000 here, but we've still managed to get a good range of opinions, and it's great to see so many young Villa fans coming away from Villa Park really happy. If you're enjoying what we're doing at the moment, then please make sure you subscribe to the channel with your post notifications on. We're growing all the time, and your support really means the world to all three of us. Comment below with what you thought of the Villa performance tonight and what you think of Villa in general at the moment. Obviously, we've gone from not looking like we were going to score to scoring 8 goals in 2 games, so it's a very pleasing time to be a Villa fan this week. Also, give the video a like if you did enjoy the fan cams. Let's set a reasonably low bar of 150 likes. Tom, Julian and myself have delayed the podcast by 1 day so we could get this Wigan game out the way. So obviously this is now, fan cams is out on the Wednesday morning. We're recording the podcast Wednesday night. If you've got any questions that you want to ask Tom or me, then fire them over via Twitter or in the YouTube comments, and we'll make sure we try and answer as many as we possibly can. Stick with the channel, stick with the Villa, up the Villa. If you enjoyed that video, why not watch another? Click the video choices on screen now to go and watch them in full. Be sure to subscribe to the channel by clicking our logo there on the left. Easy peasy.